I think around 11 or 12 yata yun ng gabi. Kinatok na nila si Attorney Zuleyka. And they wanted to bring Attorney Zuleyka to the Women's Correctional. And so, Attorney Zuleyka, who are in a very, very bad mental state already, nakakadiri yung mga ano dito, yung disrespect.
We are not in a normal situation.
Miss Joey, magdedeclare ba ng martial law si BBM? Magdedeclare ba? Mga bakla, we are already in it. Yung blatant violation ng mga karapatan natin, they already did that to SMNI, to KOJC, to everyone who they disagree with. Wala nang respeto, wala nang ano-ano. Yung abuses ng martial law noong 70s, ginagawa nila ngayon without the declaration of martial law. They're also trying to punish businessmen. They're also trying to up their tax collection several notches and use it as a leverage para pahirapan yung mga business people natin. That, I think, is the most potent example ng martial law.
Marcos Araneta Romualdez did what Marcos Sr. did without declaring martial law. Ano ito? Romualdez already owns a lot of media. Ngayon, ang tanging balakid na lamang sa kanila ay isa lang naman, ang mga Duterte. Alam mo kung bakit nakakasuka tong Congress na to? Dahil hindi na nila tinatago. Kasi dati nahihiya pa eh. Wala nang hiya, kita mo.
So balik lang tayo dun sa aking walkthrough. It's really stomach churning that they can do this kind of disrespect, this disrespect of rights. Midnight ng Friday, kinakatok na si Attorney Zuleyka ng mga ng Sergeant at Arms ng House of Representatives because they wanted to take her to Women's Correctional. And so, si Attorney Zuleyka, naiiyak sa galit, talagang imagine sa kanya, karapatan niya, rights niya. Yung katulad ni Attorney Zuleyka na IP, abogado, prominente, and yet makaka-experience pa rin ng ganyang klaseng disrespect. Kaya sa totoo lang ako, I can understand yung breakdown na yan ni Attorney Zuleyka. You are an IP. Buong buhay mo discriminated ka. Buong buhay mo tinataasan ka ng kilay. Tapos you are already a lawyer. You've served your country already. Ang dami mo nang na-achieve nang doon ka na sa tugatong. And your rights is still going to be disrespected like that? Sino hindi mababaliw sa galit dyan?
Not only that, Joey, they did it insidiously under the dead of the night. Imagine serving an order transferring you to a BJMP-run facility only for convicted criminals in the middle of the night.
At doon na nila pwedeng gawin yung hocus-pocus nila na pategi. Saan ba sila kumukuha ng tumitegi? Mga preso po ang mga hired. Nagigets ninyo? Ito ay nangyari na ito ng panahon ng tatay. Yung mga sa gabi, uhulihin. Alam mo ba yung kay Laila de Lima? Nung na-issuean siya ng warrant of arrest, ang sabi niya noon, pwede bang mabisita ko muna yung mga anak ko? Hindi ba pumunta, nakauwi muna siya sa pamilya niya, na ganun siya. Tapos, ang siya kinulong sa krame, na kung hindi sa regular jail. Do you see the difference? See the difference?
No, and even more insulting, De Lima was charged with criminal offenses.
It's very clear, no, that they wanted to put Attorney Zuleyka somewhere where Inday Sara cannot be there. You know, it's really very scary sa part ni Attorney Zuleyka kasi talagang napapatayin siya dyan eh. Kung hindi ibibigay ni Attorney Zuleyka whatever they wanted from her, kung ano man yun. And I'm pretty sure isa sa pinaka-nervyos nila dyan is Attorney Zuleyka went to the US. And they're probably speculating na, baka kinuha niya yung records kinemi. Ito naman mga tanga na to. Tingin nyo ba, kailangan pa pumunta ni Attorney Zuleyka ng US para makuha yung records?
May gusto silang i-extract. This is torture. Yung ginawa nila kay Zuleyka is torture. Kinuha pa yung mga cellphones. Tama doon si Sara. That's robbery. That's not allowed. Lahat ng ginagawa nila ay meron silang gustong i-extract na information kay Zuleyka. And I believe they think that Zuleyka got something from the United States. Kaya ito nangyayari sa atin ngayon, this is now a collusion. Na collusion, ibig sabihin kampihan, nagkakampihan na ang puwersa nila Franz Castro, Martin Romualdez at Marcos. Nag-iisa lang ang gusto nila, mapabagsak ang mga Duterte. Itong sa mga CPP and PA, kaya nila gustong gawin yan, that's retaliation. Dahil kinalbo ng mga Duterte ang puwersa ng CPP and PA. Lalo na ito si Sara, hindi talaga siya napakiusapan sa pakibato.
Tama. Mabuti pa nga si Digong daw. Sabi nila, Joey, no, Sas, mabuti pa nga daw si Digong napapakiusapan ng mga left, no? Pero itong si Inday talagang wala talaga, no compromise.
Kaya nag-zero tolerance ang si Inday. Kasi, sabi sa amin ni Digong, itong mga NPA, meron silang tinegi na nag-alaga kay Sara nung bata hanggang lumaki. Tapos, sabi daw ni Sara, gusto ko makita. Ayaw ni Digong, wag na, ganyan. Gusto ko. Pumunta siya. Nakita ni Sara kung anong ginawa. And from that moment, Sarah made her choice. Ubusin yang mga yan. Nagets yun na. And Digong as well. Bakit si Digong ganyan sa droge? Yung mayor dati yan si Digong. May lumapit kay Digong, tatay, yung anak kong lalaki, adik at ginagahasa ang anak kong babae. At merong katalim. So, lumusob ang mga pulis dun sa bahay kasama si Digong. This was a very painful decision for Digong. Sabi ni Digong sa tatay, hindi namin maaano ang anak mong adik na hindi madadama yung anak mong babae. So patapusin na lang. At pagkatapos din na namin anuhin. So the father endured hearing his daughter screaming while being raped by his addict na son. Kaya since then, can you imagine the pain the father would have been going through at that moment? And that made Digong really adamant against droge.
I heard this story several times. I got really emotional. Putang ina.
Ako, Joey, kinakilabutan talaga ako every time I hear that story, no? Especially now that Sas is telling it again. Kasi I have 3 daughters.
All of them are girls. Anyway, so yun na nga, no, mabalik lang tayo dun sa ating pinag-uusapan. Attorney Zuleyka has to put a barricade in her room.
Yung bed.
Inday Sara has to stand as a lawyer of Attorney Zuleyka. And there's another lawyer yata working outside of the room. But Inday Sara has to be inside with Attorney Zuleyka, consoling the inconsolable Attorney Zuleyka, who's having a mental breakdown of all the things that she is getting from that day, from that week. Nagsuka si Attorney Zuleyka, hinimatay. Ayaw nilang papasukin yung medical team ng Office of the Vice President. The Office of the Vice President has its own medical team. The doctor of Attorney Zuleyka, her choice of doctor, is there. You know, this kind of situation is a medical emergency. 5 minutes of no medical attention, everything could have gone irreversible. Ayaw nilang papasukin. Andun ako sa North Gate where the ambulance of the Office of the Vice President ay nakatambay. Ayaw silang kausapin ng mga guards. Yung mga guards, pagka tinatanong mo, immediately issue away ka. I think I saw other OVP staff there also. They're very, very worried, ano? They're very, very worried. Nagsalita rin yung medical officer, sinabi nila 2 oras na silang nandun para tingnan ang kalagayan ni Attorney Zuleyka dahil alam nila si Attorney Zuleyka ay scoliotic. There are certain needs that must be addressed for Attorney Zuleyka dahil kapag hindi na-address yung condition ng likod niya, it will lead to complications. Sinabi niya yun sinabi niya yun nung hearing na kung pagbigyan niya po sana ako kasi hindi po ako pwedeng nasa isang posisyon ng matagal. Because if I'm going to be sitting down ng matagal na oras, I will hurt my back, I will have migraine, and it will trigger other discomfort. Ano yun, sobrang scary niya sobrang scary ng kanyang klaseng situation. Putang ina nyo! They found out na yung media personnel, pinapasok sa South Gate. May significance to ha, kasi yung North Gate ng House of Representatives, dyan pumapasok yung mga normal na tao, na kagaya ko, na mga ganyan-ganyan. Ang South Gate, dun pumapasok ang mga congressman at support staff nila. VIP entrance yung South Gate. Lahat ng staff ni Inday Sara nasa North Gate. At pinapasok ng House of Representatives ang media sa South Gate. What does that say? Nung kinuha nila si Attorney Zuleyka from HOR papunta sa hospital, they were expecting that they will be brought to St. Luke's. Ngayon, ang nangyari, dun sila dinala sa veterans. Ang daming pulis talaga. Hindi ko naman inisip na malicious yun nung una. Sa totoo lang, to be honest na madaming pulis, madaming ganyan. Because the Vice President is there. Ganun. So baka mamaya, they just want to make sure that nothing is gonna happen to the Vice President. Siguro kung sa 200, maliit yun na mga motorsiklo at saka yung mga naka-police mobile. Nag-agree na, yung doktor din na Attorney Zuleyka wanted to transfer her to St. Luke's at yun yung advice ng doktor. Inintay namin na ilabas si Attorney Zuleyka at isakay sa ambulansya. Paglabas ni Attorney Zuleyka, isinakay agad siya sa ambulansya. Inday immediately followed. At that time, nagkaroon na ng commotion. Pagsampa kay Attorney Zuleyka, a police officer wanted to close the ambulance immediately. Yung security ni Inday, buti na lang nahawakan yung cover ng cover ng ambulance at hindi tinamaan si Inday nung cover ng ambulance.
Wow.
So Inday was shocked. Hindi dito isasakay ito kasi yung ambulansyang pinagsakyan kay Attorney Zuleika, QCPD ambulance na naman.
Shit.
QCPD ambulance na naman. So ngayon, ang problema kasi doon ni Inday, nagsinungaling na nga kayo eh. Di ba sa inyo nakasampayan last time? Sabi namin, sige, Lucas, dito nyo kami dinala. Dishonest kayo eh. Hindi kayo nagsasabi ng totoo eh. So ngayon, yun na nga yung problema. And then this very, very eager police officer, what I can't understand is why these policemen find it acceptable na mag-interfere sa isang medical emergency. Nilipat nila si Attorney Zuleika from the QCPD ambulance, papasok doon sa OVP ambulance. Yung ambulance nila, inilipat nila doon sa harap ng ambulance ng OVP. Hinarang nila. Hindi makaalis yung OVP ambulance. Again guys, this is a medical emergency. Gusto nyong patayin si Attorney Zuleika. QCPD, gusto nyong patayin si Attorney Zuleika. Nag-interfere kayo, yun ang totoong interference. Nag-interfere kayo sa isang medical emergency that could have cost a life of Attorney Zuleika. Ang nakakatawa dito, itong si Torre, nagsasalita, hindi naman kasi ganun kadelikado ang kalagayan ni Attorney Zuleika. Hindi naman yun.
Tangina na ba siya, doktor? Tangina talaga tong diwaturi na to.
Totoo, correct.
Alam mo, bawal yan ha, to interfere in a medical emergency. Even if the person is convicted of crime. It is actually illegal to stop or obstruct an ambulance.
Yan din ang ginawa nila sa KOJC, hinarangan ng ambulance. Yes guys. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa inyo noon, kung hindi kayo enraged dun sa nangyari sa KOJC, yung mga kababuyan na ginawa ng police dun sa KOJC, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. And now they were able to do it to the second highest official of the land. You think it's not gonna happen again after this? It's gonna happen again. And it can happen to you, to your family, to your friends. Sa Vice President nga, nagagawa eh.
People are already, lumalabas na sila ng kalsada, paunti-unti.
Yes.
Anong pinapakita ni Sara Duterte sa taong bayan na to? May isa siyang salita. Sinabi niya, sasamahan ko kayo. Diba, sinabi niya sa mga staff niya, sasamahan ko kayo, ikulong kayo, sasamahan ko kayo. So what did Sara Duterte did?
Exactly that.
Exactly that. So nakita niyo na kung gaano siya, wala na nga siyang pakialam eh. Wala na siyang pakialam kung maging presidente siya o hindi. Tuto pa rin niya yung sinabi niya.
And she even went to the depths of hell, planting herself in the land of the enemy mismo, doon sa HOR, and they cannot do anything about it.
Can you imagine, nandyan, ginaganyan-ganyan siya ng mga police, vice president yan. Voted with 32 million votes, highest in the history of the Philippines. 32 million, highest in the history of the Philippines. No one can recreate it anymore, not in our lifetime. Pero anong ginagawa nila? Ganyan. Walang pakialam si Sara. Nandyan siya. Anong ginawa niya dun sa police? You do not follow an illegal order. Huwag kayong bakla. Alam niyong mali ito. Ginanon niya yung police sa harap nila. Nakita ninyo na, wala siyang pakialam. Sara do not care about being president. She doesn't care if you want her to be president or not. Sara will stand up for what is right. Hindi kailangan ni Marcos Araneta Romualdez mag-declare ng martial law. They are getting away with everything that his father did during martial law without declaring martial law. What is the added value of declaring martial law? And they can give a lot of money. Because they handle everything. Tapos meron nababawi pa nila unti-unti ang kanilang ill-gotten wealth. Marami talaga silang pera. Nagigets yun na?
Merong nakarinig kay from a very very trusted source. Merong nakarinig dito kay Torre over the phone na nag-uusap sila on the other side. Sabi nila, meron na pong negotiation para maibalik po si Attorney Zuleika sa veterans, and then if everything goes normal at kapag kunwari kalmado na ang lahat, saka siya dadalhin sa women's correctional.
Holy shit.
Yan.
Wow.
So, yun na, nagigets yun na. Papategi nila yan si Attorney Zuleika unless Attorney Zuleika do what they want to do. That is as simple as that. Tumitegi ang mga yan, Marcos yan!
Tama.
Alam mo, sinasabi ko sa inyo, may ginagawa silang paraan sa akin para ako ay mapabalik sa Pilipinas at mag-more. Pero pero I'm on top of it. Don't worry, I'm on top of it. And ayun nga, I'm on top of everything. Pero may ginagawa sila, may nakarating sa akin eh. Hindi sila magtatagumpay. Okay? They would have to go through a lot of things in order for them to actually gurgur me physically. Nagawa na nila eh. Ginawa na nila sa page ko. Can you imagine yung page ko? Napabagsak nila. Pinabangladesh. Do you understand? Bangladesh ang tumira. Tapos yung Facebook, ni-reinstate niya na. In-email ako ng Facebook, ni-reinstate niya na raw ang Facebook ko. But until now, my Facebook page has not been reinstated. Nakita niyo na kung gaano to kagarapal itong mga to.